Welcome back to Han Took Shots First. I'm Derek.
I'm Jack.
And now we're talking about Chapter 2 of Mandalorian, The Child. Oh, I fucked it up already. The Child.
What? There you go.
Directed by Rick Famuyiwa. The first person of color to direct anything in Star Wars.
Crazy it took this long.
Which, I mean, I read that and I was like, I said the same thing. I was like, that's crazy. But then you think about it and it's like, well, okay, before this, I mean, aside from the sequel trilogy, someone could have done that. But like the originals, obviously it was all white people. It was the 70s and 80s. The prequels was George Lucas.
Yep.
This is the first show. So,
yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Although, does that include, I don't know, I read that. I wonder if it includes the cartoons.
No, the cartoons are before this.
I know, that's what I mean. Like, so does that include, when it says the first director of color in Star Wars, are they including the cartoons?
Probably.
Was Dave Filoni just like, look at this hat. This hat says I don't hire people of color.
I'm going to be the one directing because I'm the one that's wearing the hat. That's how you know I work for Disney.
They call me the space cowboy.
No, some call me the gangster of love. Just kidding. Only my mom called me that.
I didn't do this last time, but
She'll
this
say,
episode...
hey, gangster of love, your dinner's getting cold.
She says it, but it's more sarcastic. He's just not getting it. Hey,
my mom calls me gangster.
Of love.
Hey, gangster of love, your dinner's getting cold. Fuck.
I like how you made his mom into Charles Bronson there.
Hey, gangster of love, your dinner's getting cold. Boom, use the microwave. I didn't send you to college so you could watch your dinner get cold.
I didn't do this last time. I usually do for the shows. This one aired November 15th, 2019, 3 days after number one. And I think that's why I didn't watch, because I mentioned not watching the first one as soon as it came out. I think I had waited because I was like, well, I'm going to get 2 in 3 days. I might as well just fucking wait.
Good on you to be able to. I couldn't.
I have a feeling the other one probably aired on a day I was working or something.
I could not wait, dude. Like the second this was out, it's like, I'm feeling a little sick. Can't come in today. Gotta watch Mando.
This one picks up right where the last one left off. Mando's going back through those like cracks that we saw him and Queel jumping over on the way out. I'm assuming that's what that is. And like the whole beginning of this episode, there's no dialogue.
Right.
Queel is the first one to speak, and it's like 11 and a half minutes in.
Mm-hmm. Because he's going through, he gets attacked by Trandoshans.
Yeah, and I like the way they do it because it's like he's going through, he's looking around, you know, making sure everything's safe, whatever, and you kind of just see a reflection of a guy on his helmet. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even notice it at first, and then right after that, he's like, smells like Trandoshan.
I smell Trandoshan around here.
Hey, Trandosh bag. But yeah, he fights those guys. Pretty cool little fight.
Yeah, disintegrates one of them. That's awesome.
Dude, he just starts this episode or the next episode, he's just like, how many people can I make no longer exist?
It's both of these.
Yeah.
Because in this one, it's the first, it starts with the Trandoshan that's charging the baby. And he's charging the baby and he's like, nope. And just boom. And I think that's the first time we really see it, right?
I think so, yeah. And then with the Jawas, and then the next episode with the guild guys. And it's just funny because it's like, when you watch these people disintegrate, it's like, that person never existed now.
Their clothes barely exist in a small pile of rubble that used to be their life force.
And then I like when he's sitting there like trying to suture up his wounds after the battle, and it reminded me of Predator.
Yeah.
You know, when the Predator is sitting there fucking sewing himself up and shit. Well, he's using a little zappy thing. Mando's just using like a barcode scanner.
Yeah, he just got to see how much he's worth.
And I love the baby reaching up to like try to force heal him, and he's like, "Don't fucking touch me, weirdo!
Sit down! You get that claw away from me! Good God! Don't touch anybody with that."
And then the Jawas pop up, and they have made short work of the what the fuck's this thing called?
Razor Crest.
Ravenclaw?
Get out of here, J.K. Rowling. Just kidding. You actually respect trans rights, so you're not J.K. Rowling.
No. I knew it was something like that. I had the R and the C in the right place.
Yeah, you were right there. Razor Crest, Ravenclaw. I'm going to give you effort points. I love this ship. We've talked about it, right? It's my van of space.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was thinking about it later on too when they like fix it up and he's like, well, gonna take this into the vacuum of space now, and I'm like, I don't know about that, man.
I trust Queel. I don't know if I trust my own work.
But yeah, he sets up and basically just starts sniping these dudes, and there is a whole family of Jawas that no longer exists.
Yeah, he wiped a bloodline from this. Well, it's not Earth, but. And did you notice this is probably a detail they thought about, but they have a different color glow in their eyes than Tatooine Jawas.
Yeah, these are red.
Yeah,
and the ones in Tatooine are yellow.
Yeah.
Is that a planetary thing, or is that just like
never? As far as I know, never been explained. Because I don't think we've ever seen Jawas outside of Tatooine before.
Yeah, it is still just a.
Well, sorry. Outside of like a couple few of them on a different planet. This is like a fucking tribe of them. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've seen them on different ports, like a Nar Shaddaa type thing, whatever that Obi-Wan series neon planet was.
Yeah, we've seen them running around in like ports and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, but it's like one or two.
Yeah,
and this is like they have their own fucking Zerka Corporation sandcrawler.
Yeah, and his what is he? The rolling fortress he called it, or crawling fortress, whatever. Mm-hmm. But speaking of their sandcrawler, this is really cool. He chases him down. I got Indiana Jones vibes out of this.
Okay,
because like he's hanging off the side, he's trying to climb up. They're trying to scrape him off the side of the ship, a la what is it?
Last
Raiders
Crusade
or Last Crusade? Yeah,
on the tank.
Yeah, and they're just running him against the wall.
Yeah,
that's all I could think of. I was like, I like Pedro Pascal, but he wishes he was Indiana Jones.
I still think he's showing up on set at this point.
Yeah, because you told me that it's, and our phones are always listening, because after you told me that, I got on Google or whatever, and the Discover page came up, and it was like, why Pedro Pascal doesn't go to the set of Mandalorian anymore, and I was like, what?
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to click on that, but thanks.
Stop listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
I know why. Jack just told me. You didn't listen to the whole conversation.
AI, you are late.
But I love these guys just tossing garbage at him. Like
Yeah,
he's trying to climb up the side of the ship, and they're just like, grab it and throw it at him.
Did he throw his baby at me? Pretty sure someone just threw an underage Jawa at me.
There ends up being rocks and stuff, but at first it's literally just like table dressing. There's like a plate and a fork.
My God, is that olive oil? That's olive oil. You know how hard that's going to get out?
It's an empty decanter. You know how
much
that's worth?
Is it a cruet? Is that a cruet of olive oil? Where did you get that?
And I got to pick out one really bad visual effect, because we don't say a lot of negative, and there's definitely negative stuff to say. We just don't say it when we really love the stuff, because we don't notice. I even rewound it. When he tosses this first Jawa off the sandcrawler, the one he pulls out of the window,
yeah,
he throws him to the ground. That thing disappears before it hits the dirt.
Oh man.
It's like they tried to make it look like it went into the dust of the sandcrawler, but it's like you're watching this thing fall, and it's just like bloop, it just blips out of existence.
Bummer.
And I rewound it to double check. I was like, maybe I missed it. They should animate it getting run over by the sandcrawler.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, maybe that might be too far for the rating they're going, but something.
Look, Marvel did it in 1989 when they had a dude get run over by a bus.
Yeah, that wasn't Marvel.
New World Pictures.
There you go.
They owned Marvel,
yeah.
Which is the funniest thing I've ever
Okay,
said.
cool. Now Disney owns them, so they ain't doing that.
By the way, do we get like a Dolph Lundgren Punisher when they do this multiverse crossover thing?
If you don't, you are fucking up. Whoever it is, whatever idiot with a hat on is in charge.
One of these beheaded fools.
It's always an idiot with a hat on in charge of everything, dude. Disney, Marvel, podcasts.
But yeah, he gets to the top. He's like, gotcha, bitch. And it's just all these little Jawas with their little fucking shock rifles. Just blast him right off of there. It's a good
I love
time.
it. I mean, he just fucking hits the ground like a lump.
And I like when he gets to the armorer later. Because like he's got another fight coming up too, but he's like, the integrity of my armor has been compromised. I'm like, yeah, you were thrown off of a sand crawler and attacked by a space rhino.
Yeah, two things very detrimental to space armor is falling down off a sand, what do you call it, crawling fortress, and getting mudhorned.
Yeah,
not good for armor.
And so he gets back to his ship and he's like, it's missing panels, it's missing windows, everything. And he still goes in. He's like, maybe I can jump it. Nope.
No,
it's not going to start. I'm like,
no,
what does
why
it
would you
matter if
try?
it starts? Yeah, where are you going to go?
We do see, if we see in a later season, I think it's next season, whenever he has the frog lady that he has to ferry over, the ship is fucked up. It's season 2. The ship is fucked up because it got hit by spiders, but the cabin has integrity.
Yeah, but in this case, the cabin, it doesn't even have glass anymore. It's like they started with the glass and then started taking the import. They were like, let's get the glass off of there.
There's no glass. That's it.
Like, let's get the glass off of there because then they can't take the ship and we can definitely just part it out. Like,
Smart. First you get the glass, then you get the hyperdrive, then
you
you get the mudhorn eggs.
The one you're talking about is when he Vin Diesel's the ship, right? Doesn't he like duct tape that shit and go through space?
Yeah. Yeah. Even though clearly you haven't watched them soon enough because Vin Diesel is the one that does it, right? It's what's his name? Tyrese?
I never saw number 9. Not yet.
What a gem. Just speaking as somebody that has a bad movie podcast, what a gem.
We'll talk about it sometime next
year.
year.
Oh, yeah. Whatever month we find that has 11 days.
Wait. I think all months have
or
11
weeks, I meant. Whoa. These months have 11 days?
So yeah, the ship's fucked, so off they go to Queel's, and the first line of dialogue is Queel like, I thought you were dead.
I thought you were dead. I was kind of rooting for it.
And obviously we talked about it's just Nick Nolte's voice, but it's a good voice for an Ugnaught. He's got that, I have spoken, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's great, because I don't think we've ever heard an Ugnaught speak basic before this. So it's somebody imagine an Ugnaught speaking and thought Nick Nolte. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's amazing. Jawas should be Joey Pants.
Okay. Houdini, we got your fucking ship. We took a bunch of your ship. And you killed a bunch of my family. Okay, they're gone. They're fucking gone. Took my whole family. Fucking shocked you off the top of this, and I'm gonna take your windshield.
Look, you want your ship back? Go get me the egg.
The egg. I need the fucking egg. Okay, I need the egg like I need a fucking ulcer.
What do they call it? I didn't write it down. I like the way they said it. Suini or whatever they kept saying.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, I don't either.
The little one looks up at him and it's just like, Suini.
And
he's like, Well, yeah, like they're talking about what happened. The baby is chasing around this frog, which he in turn eats. Our introduction to Grogu's massive hunger for living flesh.
Oh, this baby fucking loves murder. Whether it's it murdering, Mando murdering, or something murdering Mando, this baby is awesome about murder.
Well, like at this point, he eats the frog and stuff, obviously. But like when Mando is doing violent things, like when he's burning the shit out of that stormtrooper later, Grogu doesn't look too happy about it. He looks horrified.
Oh, I had the opposite.
But I think, I was thinking he looked at it like it was terrifying him, but then he like gets used to it. So later on, he's just like, "What? I'm just eating babies."
I saw you burn a dude. That's next episode.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that. I was like,
Yeah.
He looks, and also when he's shooting the Jawas, when he's in this episode, when he's picking off the Jawas, baby, the baby is just looking back and forth, like, dude, really?
I think Grogu's judging him. Is like, you know, you can get more if you reload faster. You can kill more.
That's not fast enough.
More.
So yeah, Nick Nolte is like, I'm gonna take you to the Jawas. I have spoken. So
You got to get to the Jawa.
they get there and they're all just like, oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh fuck! It's that fucking Mandalorian, man.
Oh my gosh, the fucking Mandalorian. He's the one that killed everybody. He's fucking walking over here right now, covered in bombs, covered in guns. You think he's gonna walk in here just like a fucking walking weapon? I don't wear a fucking toupee.
He shot my brother-in-law. I know I didn't like him that much, but fuck, man.
Okay, he's not a good guy. He's not a good guy.
They don't like you. I did disintegrate a few of them, is the line. It's
That's
like,
gonna happen.
And I don't know if we've ever gotten reference to it in mainstream Star Wars outside of EU, but like this is when he's like, I can't get rid of my weapons because they wanted to put him down before they talked to him, because they're part of my religion. I mean, the only Mandalorian we've really seen before isn't really a Mandalorian, right? It's Boba Fett.
I mean, Django.
Oh, and Django.
And Django is debated. I always have trouble remembering what's canon and what's not these days. But there was at one point where they called Django just a guy that stole the armor. But there's a whole comic book that I think is canon now, that he was a foundling, which is kind of the basis of Mandalorians. Because I think what Disney's trying to do is show to us it's not a race. You know, there was a race that the Mandalorians were based on, but even that race was just adapting people as it went, and we're seeing more and more of that. So this is, I think, the first time we hear it spoken that like weapons are a religion. Maybe I'm wrong, because there's plenty of comics I haven't read.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I guarantee you it's in a comic or a book or something. But I mean, as far as like what we've been discussing on the show is, you know,
Yeah. Actually, fuck. What's the first time we hear the word Mandalorian mentioned? I mean,
I don't know. I just always
is
knew
it
that
even in?
I always knew that Boba Fett was a Mandalorian because when I was a kid, I'm sure some friend of mine told me.
I'm trying to think the first time that I knew that that it was Mandalorian armor, at least. I mean, I know we have the Knights of the Old Republic and whatnot, but it had to be before that. Maybe it was like the Star Wars visual dictionary.
Oh, yeah.
I bet it was.
Let's see. First mention of Mandalorian in Star Wars.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. A Mandalorian he thought he'd be. He had thermal detonators and a bunch of blasters, you see. He was a Mandalorian starter bee.
So promotional material, merchandise, behind the scenes stuff described Boba Fett as wearing Mandalorian armor when The Empire Strikes Back was coming out, but it was never specified if he was one himself. A lot of people saying that it was KOTOR was their first like introduction to the
culture,
the name. Yeah. Oh, this guy has an actual story. His name's Bubba Jeebus. I first encountered the term the Mandalorian in the summer of 1980. I remember one of the supplementary books came out at the time, like The Art of Empire Strikes Back or Empire Strikes Back Sketchbook or something, had Macquarie concept armor that mentioned Boba Fett's armor as being that of Mandalorian shock troopers.
Okay.
So at least the armor goes back to then. But yeah, so these Jawas are talking shit to him. Like he's trying to speak Jawa to them, and they're like, "You sound like a fucking Wookiee."
Where did you learn to speak Jawa, dude?
And I love his response
Kashyyyk.
because it's like, "You sound like a Wookiee." He's like, "Yeah, you understand this, flamethrower?"
Whoa. Yeah, we understand it.
And Queel is just like, "Dude, I said no way."
Play it cool, man.
Do you want your shit back or not?
Supposed to be a negotiator.
So
they won his armor.
Yeah, the first thing they say is the Beskar, and he's like, yeah, "Try again, motherfucker." He's like, "Everything but the helmet. I can't take that off."
I will walk around naked with a helmet on.
Well, they have to reproduce.
It's like a condom for your head. Oh, so's a condom.
So I guess that Django wouldn't really be I mean, if he was a Mandalorian, would it be disowned by these guys because he spent that whole fucking movie with his helmet off, or all those.
But that's
movies.
the thing; it's literally only this sect, the children of the Watch. This is the only sect that I can name you that kept it on.
Yeah, because we find that out from Starbuck later.
Yeah, Bo-Katan Kryze, please.
Bo-Katan, Katie Sackhoff.
Katie Sackhoff.
We did them
but
in
even
order.
like even
Starbuck,
before
Bo-Katan, Katie Sackhoff.
Even before this show existed, all the Mandalorians on the Clone Wars cartoon had their helmets off all the time. Like anytime you weren't in battle. It was just this. Children of the Watch are a subsect of Death Watch, which it was a very militant group that, like, when Mandalore changed, like, as the planet and culture of Mandalore was like, we got to stop being warmongers, we got to start being more diplomatic, yada yada. Death Watch was like, nope, don't like that.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
They ended up getting taken over by Darth Maul, by the way.
Is that when he gets his spider legs?
He's come on, you make it sound ridiculous. He had his spider legs. He went to Dathomir and got magic legs, and then Mama Townsend gave him some magic spider legs that were like normal human legs.
Darth Maul, you got magic legs.
That's pretty much exactly right.
So yeah, basically, if you help find the egg, capitalized E, we'll give you your shit back. And he's like, okay, cool, an egg, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right?
Yeah. I can get you an egg. You want an egg? I'll get you an egg. I can put a little fucking toenail polish on that egg too.
This is it. You want it painted green? Get you that by 3 p.m.
I'm sitting here and finishing my spatchka.
So he gets to this cave. This is when but right before that, they do have the ride in the sandcrawler, and that's when that little one just keeps looking at him and saying egg in their language. Like, because they're all chanting it at first, and then he's on the ship, and he's in the cockpit, or the ship, the sandcrawler.
Sandcrawler.
Yeah, and he's in like the cockpit there, and he's watching them drive up there, and that one just keeps looking at him like, egg?
Egg.
And he's like, yeah, egg, all right.
Cool, get you your fucking egg. Calm down, you goddamn junkie.
So yeah, he gets to the cave. It doesn't seem foreboding at all. It looks like a giant anus coming out of the side of a mountain.
Sure, walk right in, man. Head first.
So he goes down in there. Of course, it's spoopy. And we get that classic reveal of, like, looking around with the flashlight. Well, I'm holding it like I have a flashlight. It's on his head.
Yeah.
Looking around, and, like, you turn and, like, wait, is this rock breathing? Nope. Big fucking milky blue eye opens up and is like, the fuck?
Ooh. Mudhorn, you say, huh? It was cool, though, because normally you can kind of tell. Like, we did Godzilla on the main feed, and it's like it was trying to hide the fact that it was Godzilla's face.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's very clearly Scales. This actually
you're
was
walking through a sewer, and the end of the sewer looks like Scales.
Yeah. This looked like it belonged on a mud wall.
Yeah, well, especially because his flashlight is the only thing lighting stuff up on, like, that movie. And, like, so it's just, like, mud, dirt, rock, and it's like, there's a kind of a vaguely fuzzy rock. What is this? Like, you know? Because it's like, it's got the hair, but the hair's all matted with mud, so It's not like... but there's that classic thing of, like, instead of showing what happens right here, you cut outside. And it's like the cartoon thing of, like, blaster bolts going off and everything, and then just fucking Mandalorian.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I didn't have time, but I wanted to go in and cut a clip of the music here, because this music playing while he's fighting the Mudhorn has, like, this... It's like Mudhorn noises mixed in with the music almost.
Oh,
like
maybe
this,
I didn't notice because it just sounded so... Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
Because at first it seems like it's part of the fight, but then you start realizing it's part of the music. And I don't remember exactly how it went now. It's really fucking cool music, though. It's, Ludwig Göransson doing his thing.
He's killing it, man. He kills it.
So, yeah, Mudhorn versus Mandalorian. And
Advantage Mudhorn.
Yeah, strongly. Dude, he's
flawless victory.
Flame throwing this thing and, like, grabs it with a grappling hook and just gets dragged around.
I'm pretty sure it scoffs at his flamethrower. Like, it's just like bathing in it. It's like, oh yeah, give me some of that hot Mandalorian flame.
And it's like the worst rodeo ever. He's just like, he hooks this thing with his grappling hook and then it just starts throwing him around.
Gotcha. Oh, wish I didn't gotchas.
You only got to hold on for 8 seconds, Mando.
The hard part's letting go. Have we got a podcast for you?
Bad movies, worst people.
I mean, look, you like getting a couple beers in you, watching a bad movie, and yucking it up with your friends. That's what we're doing. We have microphones.
We have great impersonations. We have bad impersonations.
I think it might be one of the best podcasts I've ever heard.
That's the best podcast I've ever heard, fellas. And I ain't lying through my giant teeth.
There's a sample.
Yes.
You can find us anywhere. Badmoviesworstpeople.com. Come check us out.
If you don't follow us, we will follow you home.
Hey guys, I don't want to sound needy here.
I'm needy.
But we have a Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople. And I know times are hard right now.
Real hard for me.
Inflation's up.
Oh.
You can't afford your groceries.
Can't eat.
We're not begging.
I'm begging.
We're not pleading.
I'm pleading.
We're not down on our knees.
Oh boy,
I mean-
my knees hurt. They've been on so long.
But we do kind of need the money.
I need the money bad.
We need new equipment.
New equipment. We need to do remote podcasts for all of you.
I wouldn't mind eating.
We need to have video.
I wouldn't mind eating.
We need more drinks.
Food sounds good.
So please check out patreon.com/worstpeople.
Please check us out.
You get a bonus episode every month, and we're going to have more content coming for you.
I'll send you pictures.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Please give me more.
Patreon.com/worstpeople.
I'm being held hostage here. If I don't pay my way out of here, they're going to kill me.
But like after he gets like drilled into the ground and shit, which like I guess without this was what must be what really compromised the armor, because without that, this thing would have crushed his chest and like his heart would be out. But like it's after it grinds him into the ground, he's trying to get up. He's beat the fuck up, and he just like pulls out his pocket knife and he's like,
It's a vibro blade, but it's a boot knife.
okay, it's a vibro blade, but it's still like maybe 3 inches long.
Yeah,
like,
it's still a boot knife.
and I love it because he's just like, well, fuck it, I'll hold it up and hope for the best.
Maybe I'll stick him as he kills me.
He's gonna be really upset for the next 2 to 3 days while that heals.
He's gonna look like an idiot with a knife sticking out of his head.
But the baby stops the Mudhorn by grabbing it with the force and levitating it off the ground, which doesn't do a whole lot of good. I mean, it stops him.
Yeah, it does a lot of good.
The thing that confuses me is I'm like, so when it drops and the thing looks over and is like, what just happened? And Mando just stabs him again with this pocket vibro blade, and it just dies. I'm like, you just picked the exact right spot?
I have to imagine the vibro and the vibro blade does a lot.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I didn't realize it was a vibro blade, so like that would, I
just
guess,
imagine
enhance it.
like a normal knife wound that's not going to do a good job, not going to do a good thing for your body. Now imagine that knife vibrating at a really like molecular level.
Yeah.
If your wife was on right now, because neither of you and I have worked in a hospital, she would be like, oh yeah, vibrating knives would be bad.
I remember when I worked at a hospital, this guy came in with a vibrating knife wound. Not the knife itself, the wound was vibrating.
He stabbed his pager when he swallowed it.
Sorry, I laughed for the listeners out there, but I had just put whiskey in my mouth. And I almost spit it on my computer.
And I relish those moments.
So he kills it. He steals its hairy egg.
Oh, is he related to Harry Vest?
And gets back to the Jawas with triumphant music coming up over the hill as the sun is setting and all that stuff.
I mean, it's a perfect shot because they're about to leave, and Queel is like, "No,
Wait, just one more minute. I don't know why you're being so hasty.
They're like, we got shit to do, man. Sorry, we got stuff to do. We've got stuff to do.
We gotta go scavenge. We gotta get other stuff. There's treasure. The Goonies found fucking treasure.
Have you ever had a steak? A real steak?
Ignorance is bliss.
So, yeah, he comes up over the ridge, gives them the egg, and they just immediately cut into this thing and just start. And it's so disgusting.
These little
fucking monsters with their little dirty robes just reaching their filthy little hands into it and glooping all over themselves and all over the floor. And I'm like, if it's that hard to get and it's that delicious, chill the fuck out.
no, they cannot control themselves.
You think they get high off that egg goop?
Yes, now I do. Now that you said it, yeah. They're acting like it, dude. I mean, they're just like, oh my God, Mudhorn egg.
Quill and Mando talk a little bit about what happened with the force powers and stuff, while the baby is just sleeping hard because he's not able to exert himself to that level yet.
Right.
I mean, he is able, but not for long.
He's not supposed to. He's not trained as much as like we get later that it's like he turns himself off from the force, and I think part of that was to hide.
Yeah.
So this is him like, oh, I kind of remember this. Oh man, I'm sleepy.
And we never really got any background of where he came from, right? But there's like,
we never will.
It's just like fan theory that he was at Order 66 and was able to escape.
No.
Or was that in the show?
We see.
Oh, that's right, because that's with
Ahmed Best.
Ahmed Best.
Kelleran Beck.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I was like, is that a real thing, or is that just something I was told about and I made images?
It was a fan theory during this season.
Okay. And then we have this another. It's another great moment of Ludwig Göransson's music because it's just a montage of fixing the ship, and a lot of it is just like sparks flying off a thing, and then Mando just walking around and nodding approvingly. But like it's so like engaging because of the music, because it's like the
You're not wrong.
But it's like remixed a little bit.
Yep. And it's showing you though that the journey's important. In Star Wars, the journey is important because even Quill's like, this would go a lot faster if you helped. And Mando's like, cool, show me how to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You tell me.
It's like if you went to a mechanic and he's like, this would be a lot faster if you helped.
But yeah, it would. Also, it's gonna be a lot slower if I help. If any normal person helped, sure, you betcha.
If I help, you're just gonna have to fix more things, right?
I'm making twice as much work for you.
But he invites Quill to join him, his posse in the making, and he's like, no thanks, I don't like working for people. Go fuck yourself.
I already worked for the Empire. I did my time.
And we're off into space. And we have little baby, the baby, playing with the fucking shifter knob. That's not a toy. Fuck off here.
This relationship is me and my cat. When I first got her and I wasn't a cat person, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You can't play with that. Cut to the next episode. I'm like, this is your sock now. Ball it up and it's yours.
Why would I possibly need to wear a sock?
Why? I don't need two.
And that's it for the child. The episode, not the character.
That's it for the child. It's done. No more of that one.
So next week, you guys can tune back in. We'll be talking about episode or chapter 3, The Sin. Ooh. I wonder what the sin is. Do you know? You probably do. But until then, I've been Derek.
I'm Jack.
I have spoken again.
I am stroking again.
Again.
And again. And again.
Still stroking.
And again. And again. Now I'm tired.